Greetings and welcome to the lesson. Today we are going to study the requirements for a valid physical, virtual, and hybrid members meeting. The subject is meetings, compliance, and administration. We're still on the topic members meetings. So there are three things. Requirements for physical members meeting. There is virtual members meeting and hybrid members meeting. Because for a meeting to be legally binding, it must be properly convened, properly constituted, and properly conducted. So whether you are meeting in a boardroom somewhere in Nairobi or Kakamega or via a digital platform, there are 5 pillars of validity which remain the same throughout the technical requirements shift. So we are going to study each and every requirement for the methods of holding members meetings. So the requirement for each format according to the Companies Act and the current governance standard number 001 and number 008 include things like proper authority. So let's begin with physical meeting. What are the requirements for physical members meeting? I've said number one is proper authorization. This is number one. Physical members meeting. Proper authorization. It all begins with authorization. A meeting has to be authorized. A proper meeting has to be one that is authorized. The meeting must be called by the board of directors or those authorized by the articles of association. Number two, valid notification. Let me just say valid notice. Valid notice. The meeting must specify the physical venue. It could be, say, Pioneer House. It should also specify the date and the time. The venue, the date, and the time must be contained within the valid notice. And the standard notice is 21 days for annual general meetings. Another requirement is in relation to quorum. Quorum. This is the number or the minimum number of members that must be physically present at the start and throughout the meeting. That is a requirement for a physical members meeting. The minimum number of members must be present at the beginning and also at the end of the meeting. There is another requirement in relation to the chairman. The chairman. There has to be a qualified individual who must preside over the meeting to maintain order. A physical members meeting must have a chairman, a person presiding over the meeting. Then, of course, there is voting. A requirement on voting. Voting is usually conducted by a show of hands unless a poll is demanded. Unless a poll is demanded, then voting is by a show of hands. So these are 5 requirements for a physical members meeting. Let's move to the second part of this lesson, the virtual members meeting. Virtual members meeting. What are the requirements for virtual members meeting? Now, a virtual meeting is conducted entirely via electronic formats or means like Teams, like Zoom, and so on. So again, the first requirement, just like a physical meeting, we have the proper authorization. Just like a physical meeting, a virtual meeting has to be properly authorized. Understand? The company's articles of association must explicitly allow, first of all, for a virtual meeting. Or it could also be a court order, such as those issued during pandemic, which must be in place. You understand? Proper authorization. The second requirement of a virtual members meeting is in relation to technology. Technology specification. Technology specification. The notice must include clear instructions on the platform. This is the platform that is to be used, login credentials, and also technical support contacts. There has to be contacts for the technical support, who is going to support the members during the meeting. Technical specification must be part of the notice. That is a requirement when holding a virtual members meeting. Number 3, identification and vetting. Another requirement is in relation to identification and vetting. The secretary must have a system to verify the identity of members before they enter the virtual room. That is to ensure only valid shareholders are participating in a virtual members meeting. Then we'll recall what we discussed the other time. This is simultaneous participation. Simultaneous participation. The platform must allow members to hear, to speak, and ask questions in real time. Because a broadcast only webinar is generally not a valid meeting. It has to have this feature of simultaneous. Then lastly, we have secure voting is a requirement when holding a virtual meeting. There must be a transparent electronic system for casting on and also tallying votes that provides an audit trail. So these are the requirements for holding a virtual meeting. Lastly, what are the requirements for holding a hybrid members meeting? What are the requirements? Now, this hybrid members meeting, as we discussed in our last session, is a dual access meeting where some members are in a physical room and others are online. So one requirement is seamless integration. Seamless integration. There has to be seamless integration. That is to mean that the most critical requirement is that the physical and virtual rooms must be able to communicate with each other. A member online must be able to hear a member speaking from a physical floor. That's what we are referring to as seamless integration. 2, combined quorum is the second requirement. Both physical and virtual attendees count towards a quorum, provided the system can verify their presence throughout the session. 3, equality of participation. There has to be equality when it comes to participation. The chairperson must ensure that remote participants have the same opportunity to raise points of order or ask questions as those in the physical room. 4, notice requirements. Notice requirements. The notice must provide both the physical address and the digital access link. That is a very important requirement when it comes to hybrid members meeting. Then lastly, we have proxy options. Proxy options. Proxy options. For members with poor internet, this is poor internet access. The company should still provide a way to vote via proxy. For example, appointing the chair or another member. Understand? Yes. So these are the requirements for physical, virtual, and hybrid members meetings. That's the end of today's lesson. We'll meet our next session where we continue to learn more about members meetings. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye.